How's it going, guys? And welcome to Dual Universe, a new game by Nova Quark, which was just recently released to beta. They've been working on it for a while, a few years now. They finally got it to the point where they can release it, and what makes this game unique is that this is a single shard universe. So that means that planet over there, that's Elioth. That's actually where I came from. I'm on a sanctuary moon where there's no combat allowed. So I can build and own territory on this moon, which can be claimed by me using a territory claimer. As you can see, that long shadow there on the ground, it's actually where I'm standing, is up on top of that structure. We'll see it in a sec. That's Elioth, that's where I started. And I took a shuttle here to this moon because it's a sanctuary moon, which doesn't allow combat. And no one can blow up my stuff or take my stuff or mess with my stuff. And everybody here can have a section of land. If I open up F4, we'll open up my map of this planet. You can see all these individual grid system. These polygons here are individual areas. The green one is the one that I own. And we can see that there's a lot of other people. Any other players can own any of these other territories. There are markets available, constructs, there's mountains. As you can see, this entire planet, the sanctuary moon that I'm on, is completely owned. Can be owned by players, can own the land, build whatever they want. There's mountains, lakes, water, all kinds of interesting stuff. You can set destinations and waypoints. You can see that not only are we on a planet and a moon, but we have an entire system that we can explore, not to mention other systems. Space is coming. There will be more systems added continuously. So we'll go back to a planet here. F4 is for your map. Set destination points. So basically, what's beautiful about this game is the fact that it's all player built and it's a completely editable world. So the platform that I'm standing on right now is actually made out of dirt and earth that I dug out of a huge hole down there on the ground, and have been placing the soil up here in a spiral pattern like this. And I just keep going up and up and up and up. I'm currently 352 meters above ground level. The atmosphere is only 90% thickness. Gravity is still the same. You can see in the top right hand corner of my screen there, we have a map, a compass, and our altimeter lets us know how high we are, atmospheric pressure, the speed we're currently doing, and the gravity. Because again, different places will have a different gravity, and because we can travel into space and build spaceships, we can build giant space stations. You can build a whole fleet of military vessels if you want. Just anything you can think of. There's literally hundreds and hundreds of different parts that you can build, different things that you can craft. K will open up your nano crafter, which is basically a wrist-mounted crafting pack. And there are consumable elements, materials, different parts, complex parts, functional parts. As you can see, everything from antennas to control systems, core systems, electronic engines, firing systems, basic firing systems, cylinders, all kinds of different materials, screens. You build all the components, and with those components you build elements. So piloting elements, airfoils, atmospheric brakes, engines, all of these things, adjusters, extra small adjusters like this. As you can see, it shows you the ingredients that you need, a basic injector, some basic pipes, and then you add it to the queue and it'll be able to make it here. I don't have an injector built, but everything from extra small to small, medium, large, and extra large, all these different parts that you basically build in order to construct more complicated parts. Now all of these parts can be sold on the markets, at the market centers. All your ores, your minerals that you mine from the surface, any valuable minerals that you make, any materials that you refine. Say, for example, even realistic to the point where you get pure hydrogen and pure oxygen from your smelting processes. So if you were to make pure aluminum from just your aluminum ore, you would end up with pure hydrogen and pure oxygen, either or, as your leftover ingredients, and that builds up as well, piles up. As you can see, I've got over 1,000 liters of pure oxygen and pure hydrogen, again, which is free to make. You can make it as much as you want because it's in the air. So then you have your products that you can produce, everything from carbon fiber to conductive materials, glass, heavy metals, light metals, brick, biological matter, all of these things. It shows you the ingredients. All of these things can be produced. So like this here, it says I can make some biological. So let's add that to the queue and see if it does it. No, it's giving me this message. It says the currently being crafted item lacks some ingredients, which stops the entire queue and the process. So, I'm not sure why, because here in my inventory, it's telling me that I have all of these things. And enough of them. So, that may be something that's just in the alpha, or the beta, sorry, that they're currently working on. So if any devs are watching, that's something you might want to look into. So this is the crafting that we can do anywhere, basically our wrist-mounted crafting station. That is accessed through K. I will give us access to our inventory, which shows us all our available tools for either in build mode or in normal mode, I guess it would be. Dealing with our voxels, shows us all the ingredients that we have, the current things that we have, and it also shows you the volume of your backpack or your nano pack, so that you can keep track of the mass and how much stuff you have in there. So, like I said, this is a pile of earth that I've been stacking, and just to give you an indication of how high we actually are, 350 meters off the ground. You don't take fall damage, so what we're going to do is we're just going to drop down here. And we'll go take a look at the house where I started. So we'll drop down, spin around, we fall. There's plateau 1, plateau 2, and down to the ground. Oh, look at that, and I landed right in one of the holes I've been digging. So as you can see, here's a big hole. See, we jumped right into the ground, and we can keep going down. It's a little choppy. Again, it's got to create everything as it goes. It is not procedural, so it is not randomly generated. This is all actual. This will stay the same regardless of how many times I log in or out. And literally, at some point, there's going to be millions of players in this universe, and we're all going to be in here at the same time. And that's what's amazing. That's what's going to be so cool. So this is where I've been pulling all my dirt from. So as you can see, I've been flattening the floor and creating this huge cavernous space down here. For what? I'm not sure, but it'll be cool, whatever it is, I bet. So we can jump back up here. We'll go up the hole, bounce back and forth, get back up to our opening. If you double tap forward, that gives you like your sprint. So now we're up here at the surface. You see that's the big hole there. That's the corkscrew that we go up to that level there, which took us all the way up there, all the way up to the top. And now these are the voxels that you can use. You get all these different materials to build whatever you want with these voxels. Individual cubes. There's you can change your brush shape as well. So the basics of building with these voxels is you'll get core dynamic, a core, which is this block down here. If you hit H, it'll let you know. It's a static core unit, extra small. Now what this does is, because it's a static unit, when I claimed this territory with my territory claim, this thing here, claims my territory. See, it says my territory. Be cool. Eventually you'll probably be able to put your name up there, so when you fly past somebody else's territory, you'll know who it is. So once you plant that, it'll give you access to plant a static core somewhere on your territory. Once you place that, you can start connecting voxels. So let's go. I'm going to just click on this building and hit B to take me into build mode for these for this structure that's connected to this static core. Now once you have the static core built, you simply select your voxels. I don't have anything over on the right side of my screen right now, so I'll go into my inventory and I will look for some cubes that I have. Here's some cubes here. This is aluminum painted black, which is what I've been building with. Now I can drag this over to this side. Oh, deleting? No, I don't want to delete it. So let's try right-clicking and equip. There, see, now it's over on the right side there. So this is to deploy voxels, which are our cubes that we can build everything in the world out of, but it's not necessarily just cubes. Right, I can hit R and change the shape. No, sorry, E. Change the shape. I can go with a sphere. I can go with angled pieces. I can rotate those again by holding R. I can rotate them. I can go with cylinders. Again, I can tap R to change the access point of where it's connected. can go with angles. And back to the cube. So with those shapes, again, those are also erasers. You can subtract voxels from the world with those shapes as well. So there's not too much that you can't build with those basic shapes at this point. So as you can see, I'm within, you can see the grid line outside. That is the maximum build size for an extra small static core unit. So once I place that block, then I can connect all of these other blocks to it, and this becomes my home structure or my home base. I believe I can make this build box larger. As you can see, I've built to the maximum height, maximum width, again, just so I had some idea of what I'm doing here. I got a big plate of glass on here, and that was cool. Build lots of stairs. When you're in build mode, you're basically in fly mode. Space takes you up, C brings you down, and your WASD keys move you around so that you can build around. That's my hovercraft that I'm currently converting into a spaceship. It's my huge space fuel tank on the back. Had to fly all the way into town to go get that, because again, my crafting tools wouldn't let me craft it. Not yet, anyways. So this is the stuff I started building, all these different materials. There's no painting in this game. If you want to make a different material, like a different colored material, then you literally need to make that material in that color. So under your aluminum blocks that you can build or manufacture to build with, your voxels, it'll give you all kinds of options from painted black, painted orange, painted red, painted green. There's metallic. Let's see here, we'll look real quick. If I go into my crafting and I go to materials, and go to honeycomb materials, pure honeycomb materials, so say aluminum. So it'll give me aged aluminum. It'll give me aluminum painted black. It'll give me aluminum painted dark gray. And as you can see, a lot of them have textures and patterns on them too, right? Or you can get, there's a big long line, right? Painted red, doesn't even look really red, right? Painted sky, dark gray aluminum panel, glossy aluminum, see, which again doesn't have a pattern on it really, it looks kind of solid. So we can go a white aluminum panel, red aluminum panel, matte aluminum. So all these different things that you can build with just aluminum, all these different colored cubes and different patterns, and it's the same for all the rest of your materials. Carbon, same thing, aged carbon, iron, black pattern iron, as you can see, all different patterns. So lots and lots of variation. Silicone again, glossy silicone, matte silicone, aged. And again, all made out of silicone. So let's say if we go with glossy silicone, takes 100 liters to make that. So we'll add that to the queue, and see again, it's saying that I can't make that. I'm pretty sure I got enough silicone here. I should be able to refine it into cubes, but for some reason, it's not letting me. So I'm going to assume that that has something to do with the beta. But that is how we build with voxels in our territory, and I believe we can make our build box bigger by getting larger cores. So this is the extra small core, static core, extra small. So you can get a medium one, and I believe if I superimpose a medium one over this one and then apply it, it'll swap it out and give me an actual larger build area to build in. I was trying to get a whole bunch of these and stack them on top of each other. I was going to build a giant tower into the sky, but apparently you can't do that. Or maybe you can, I just don't know how yet. So that's where we're at this point. So I can hit B again to leave build mode. As you can see, I've got a door here as well built in. F is your active key. So I can hit that and it'll actually slide my door closed. F is the button that you use to interact with things, so I can sit in this seat. And then my point of view is from here. I can look around in my chair. That's a pretty fancy chair, but that's a control chair for like in a spaceship or something, a big ship where there's a controller. A captain's chair, basically. Yeah, I can sit here and look out on my land. I can hit F again to get out of the chair. Out of the chair. So we can sit in any of these chairs. There's a bench here as well. See if I go to sit on this bench. And actually, I'm lying down on the bench. Just chilling. Having a little snooze. I'm not sure if they just assume we all just lay down on benches. But as you'll notice, I am a synthetic person. I just woke up. Earth's been destroyed. It was destroyed over 10,000 years ago. We've been traveling for over 9,000 years to get here in cryogenic sleep. You can see I got a big cannon, one of the first things I bought. But this is, again, a cannon that needs to be connected to a construct in space. So I just put it here for now until I build my spaceship, which I'm in the process of doing. Again, collecting parts, mining, making some money. This is a resurrection node. If I die in space or somewhere where combat can occur, then this is, because I've got it activated, this is where I will respawn, is back at my house. So that's better than respawning somewhere where you don't have any transportation. Again, the beauty of this game, editable world. Another big giant hole here where I was pulling material out for dirt stacking on my tower. We have ground minerals. As you can see, there's rocks on the ground here. They are specifically colored a certain way. And we can mine those rocks. There's a bunch of them here. You can just hover your mouse over. If you go use tool number 1, which is your gathering tool, hold left mouse click. It'll show you that that's malachite rock. Hold it down till it stops, then it should disappear. And we have 20 liters of malachite. Here we have coal. So we'll grab that. Some more quartz. Grab that. This here looks like some bauxite. Grab the bauxite. There's different leveled materials or ores. So a level 1 ore would be like a bauxite or the more common ores. Coal, I believe, is level 1, is tier 1. And then you get some more, some heavier ones like this here, the red stuff here. I believe this is, yeah, chromite, which you can see takes a little bit longer to mine. Chromite, some more chromite. So these minerals, once we pick them up, some more bauxite, we can go with K into our crafting system. Select our nano crafter. You can see here for materials, we can scroll down to the bottom once we get past all the different cubes that we can make. We want some refined materials down here, pure basic materials. We've collected enough aluminum here to take 65 liters of bauxite to make pure aluminum. So let's try adding that to the queue, and it's allowing us. So it took whatever we had needed out of there. And as you can see, it only takes a few seconds to refine this bauxite down to pure aluminum, and then we'll have 45 liters of aluminum, which we can then use to craft other components. So once that is done, and you can craft multiple things at once, and they will continue to craft when they get completed. So I can come down here, I have enough iron, enough hematite to make some pure iron. So we'll add that to the queue, and that is working away. So we close that. So you can continue mining and collecting all these rocks that are on the surface. Some of them do respawn. And then, so that's your gathering tool, that's number 1. And then you have your mining tool, which is what allows you to terraform the land around you. So we'll come out here and we'll click number 2. This is our mine tool. Holding left control and the scroll wheel allows you to change the size of your shovel. So we'll keep it at the smallest one here, and then by just holding right mouse button, or left mouse button, sorry, boom, it just digs out a hole. Hold in there again, boom, dig out another hole. Hold in there again, dig out another hole. Now, as you can see, it's telling me that I'm collecting soil, and over on the right hand side of the bar there, you can see it's letting me know how many square meters of forest soil, tundra, or just soil that I'm collecting. So just normal soil here, I've got 40 square meters of it, and every time I dig this, it will add another 7 square meters. Unless your brush is bigger, then you'll collect more. So what you need to do in your inventory, I is for inventory, in here is you'll need to come up here and select keep non-precious ores if you plan on doing terraforming and you want to hang on to the ore that you're digging. If you don't have that selected, then it just removes the dirt and just gets rid of it automatically. But if you want to stack it somewhere or move it somewhere, then you'll need to make sure that you've got that selected so that you can hang on to it make sure that it's over here on the right side of your bar while you have these tools selected, your mining tool selected, and it'll give you that option. You can use your scroll wheel to select through those different materials on the right, and that's what you're going to be putting down if that's what you're doing, is piling dirt. Alright, server maintenance. Alright, always nice to know. Give you a warning. Heads up, we're updating the game. Gotta like it. Thumbs up to that. Alright, so let's pile some stuff. So left alt, if we hold that while we have our mining tool. Oh, we don't have enough material there. We'll have to make sure we switch to where we have material. You'll see that the brush turns blue. We're still on our mining tool, so left mouse, dig, hold down left alt, left mouse, place. See, so we can place, and again, you can just place the dirt wherever you want. You can just pile it, all up like that. You can just pile it and pile it. Oh, not enough materials. So yeah, you can just keep building and building and building, which is basically what I did with this tower here. I just kept on spiraling and building and building and building. I was trying to get into space, man. Building my stairway to heaven. So yeah, that's the beauty of this game, is this entire planet is mineable, terraformable. You could build a huge underground city and then still have a whole bunch of stuff built up above as well, just out of the ground itself. You can see there's all kinds of rocks here. Switch to number 1. Mine me some coal. So we also have some other tools like the smooth voxel tool, which is number 9. This will allow me to smooth any voxels that I, just by tapping the left mouse button. And not just the stuff you dig, any of the ground here, you can smooth it out. As you can see, it tries to level it out a bit. So we have smooth voxels. We have a flatten voxel tool as well. If you're trying to make a flat area, select an area, hold it, boom. It tries to flatten it out as much as possible. You make larger, flatter areas by basically just moving the center point, keeping it on this one flat level. And it will try and create a flat plateau that's all flat at that level. So yeah, the possibilities with terraforming with this, endless. Build the universe. Build your chunk of territory to make it look however you want. Half your territory could be underground and nobody can even see it. You can go all the way down. If you dig down to 0 meters above water, then you will hit water. And it's kind of scary when you're that far underground and you can dig black water. It's all dark. And you can make a lake under there, make it as deep as you want, do whatever it is you want. As you can see, these spirals here, I simply walk up the spiral. Actually, I kind of do my thruster jump like this in a circle as a span. So this is the game I've been playing recently, last week or so. Thought I'd give it a shot. Jumped in early on the pre-alpha. Was under NDA, so I couldn't let anybody know or post any video on it. Post any kind of pictures or video. But the beta's been released. It was released on the 27th of August. So we are free and clear for everyone to join in and play. And come build stuff in the universe, man. This is going to be cool. We can have some really wild territories. Some of these planets and places that you can visit and the things that you can do in this game is going to be unreal. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this little preview. Let you a little know just what I've been up to in the last little while. And come and join me. DualUniverse.com. Alright, we'll see you in the next one, guys. Ciao.